I don't know, man. But I know it's time to make these changes, you know what I mean? I know I'm getting too big. I know I am. I realized it because I saw I had photobombed my own selfie. Gotta think about that one, yes. And that was an eye-opener, you know what I mean? I know I had to make changes. So I started doing exercises. I started with high-impact exercises. And I don't know if you know this or not, but high-impact exercises are very difficult to do when you're crying. So I tried to slow it down a little bit. I started riding the bike for exercise. Is there any bike riders in here? Exactly. There's 50 people in here and not one person rides their bike. You know, and I know why, because let's be honest, riding the bike doesn't burn that many calories. And if you look closely, the seats are made for people with normal size asses. Right? Like some of you are going to eat, I don't want to be too graphic, but the harder I ride, the deeper the penetration. Like a good workout is just a gay assault for me. And there's no way to look cool on a bike at my size, you know what I mean? Like the harder I ride, the more I look like one of those circus bears on a tricycle. You know. People drive by honking and shit, they're like, yo, that looks like it hurts. I'm like, bitch, it does. Please give me the ride home. I don't know. I am a pothead now. I smoke weed. Is there any weed heads in the house? Yep. Yeah. Did you guys vote? Were there any voters? Remember we had the election for legal weed? Sorry, I'm high. Legal weed, legal weed. What gives a fuck? Right? Did you guys vote? Yeah. 58%, and we lost. Like, I'm not great at math, but whoa. And I know why we lost, you know what I mean? Because older people go out to vote, young people don't vote, and older people are still scared of weed because it sounds so good, you know, the names are great. Like, who doesn't want to smoke some Granddaddy Purple Kush? Some White Widow, that shit sounds amazing. Like, if you want to trick them next time, you got to start naming the weed you like the most after the shit you hate the most. Trick them. Like, can you imagine if you called your dealer and you were like, hey, homeboy, you got some of that gas station coffee? And he's like, nah, man, I'm rolling up this toenail fungus right now. You'll win the election then. Because I'm kind of the weed guy, you know what I mean? I love weed, I smoke responsibly. But I smoke all the time, and when you're the weed guy, you're never prepared for when you run out of weed. Right? It's a real bummer. Like, I was doing this gig in Miami, and I get in my car, and I look, no joints. I go, what did I do to deserve this? But I never give up. I toss my whole car, I'm looking around, what do I find on the floor? A little roach. That's right. For those of you who don't know, a roach is like a half-smoked joint. And I found it, and it was glorious. I went to light it, and the bitch wouldn't light. Went to light it again, motherfucker won't light. Finally, I got it lit, took a big hit, blew out nothing. I looked, there's a French fry dropped like 2 weeks ago. I smoked a calcified French fry. The truth is, I'm a little bit high right now. Well, you guys caught me, I'm a little bit high. I smoked this shit on the way here tonight called Blueberry Kush. Okay, you guys don't know. What you don't know is that when you smoke Blueberry Kush, you get so high, you see life through the eyes of a blueberry. Which is why everybody in here looks Mexican to me, right? Stop trying to pick me! It's just a racist-ass landscaping joke when you wait for it. You just gotta wait to get there. Thank you. Give it up for my mom. She came out tonight. She's a very, very supportive woman. You don't mind if I call you mom, do you? Thanks. Love you, mom. I don't know, man. And we're comedians, too, so, you know, we drive very long distances, and one of my favorite things to do in the world is to smoke while I drive. Because, let's be honest, driving is very, very boring, and I gave up texting just so I could focus a little bit more on smoking. But do you ever get so high on the freeway that you completely forget where the fuck you're going? Right? All of a sudden you realize you're going fast as shit, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I was supposed to get off soon, or if I was already supposed to get off. And that's the moment you gotta slow down and think about your whole life. And that's the same moment you realize you're still sitting on your couch. I don't know.